Good morning, class 10. So previously we have completed our topic, that is capital expenditures and revenue expenditures. Okay, today we are going to start a new topic, that is deferred revenue expenditures. Capital expenditures, as we all know that what is capital expenditure. So capital expenditures are the expenditures which are incurred to acquire any fixed assets or any permanent assets. Okay, which is long term nature. Okay, and if we talk about revenue expenditures, so any expenditure, the benefit of which is received over a current period only current period itself, that is termed as revenue expenditures. Okay, so now the next point is deferred revenue expenditure. What is deferred revenue expenditure? So let us start with this topic. Deferred revenue expenditure is called that any kind of heavy expenditure, a heavy expenditure of revenue nature, the benefit of which will be available over a number of years, that is called deferred revenue expenditures. Means any heavy expenditures of revenue nature, the benefit of which will be available over a number of years, is classified as deferred revenue expenditures. Like, for example, if I talk about any advertisement expenses, if while introducing a new product in the market, a firm may spend a huge amount of advertising. Okay, the benefit of this advertising, the campaign will last quite a few years, right? The product in when while introducing a new product in the market, a firm may spend a huge amount in advertising, and the benefit of advertising campaign will the last quite few years. Hence, it will be proper to spread the expenses over the year for which benefit is likely to last. मीन्स इसका ये है कहने का कि जो भी एक्सपेंसेस हम इनकर करते हैं, सपोज हमने कोई कंपनी है, दे आर एक्सपेंडिंग 2 लाख रुपीज 2 लाख रुपीज they are spending 2 lakh rupees for advertisement to introduce a new product in the market. Okay, they for advertising they have invested. Okay, for advertising they have invested 2 lakh rupees. Okay, now what to say that this 2 lakh will not exhausted only in a current period, because the revenue expenditure, they are recurring in nature, or the benefit of these on revenue expenditure will exhausted in 1 year itself. Okay, current year itself. But if we talk about advertisement, these are the heavy expenditures, and the benefit of advertisement any company will receive for a long period of time, for many years. The standard years are 3 to 7 years. Okay, the standard time is 3 to 7 years for the deferred revenue expenditure. So any expenditure which is revenue in nature, but the benefit on which is likely to be received for a long period of time, for number of years, that expenses will be called deferred revenue expenditures. See, how it will be shown? It will be shown to the profit and loss account and balance sheet. How? It will be distributed in profit and loss as well as in the balance sheet. Why it will be distributed? So the firm invest 2 lakh rupees in advertising to introduce a new product in the market. Okay, and its estimated life means अगर हम बात करें तो एडवर्टाइजिंग की जो एस्टिमेटेड लाइफ है वो 4 years बताई गई है. मतलब इससे में इस 2 लाख रुपए से मिलने वाला जो बेनिफिट है वो 4 साल तक मिलेगा. ठीक है, द एस्टिमेटेड लाइफ ऑफ दिस एक्सपेंसेस इज will last for 4 years. Okay, so in that case, how we will calculate, how we will show it in the balance sheet and profit and loss? The whole amount will not be given in the profit and loss account. Okay, why? Because 4 years we will have the benefit from this 2 lakh. Okay, so that if we talk about for 1 year, then it will become 50,000. So 50,000 will go to it to for 1 year in profit and loss account, and the remaining amount 2 lakh minus 50,000, 1,50,000. 1,50,000 will be goes to the balance sheet. Suppose this is for 2015. So, but in 2015, 50,000 will be goes to profit and loss account, and the remaining 1,50,000 will be goes to balance sheet. And if we talk about next year, so in next year, again 50,000 will be debited in profit and loss account, and the remaining from 1,50,000 we will deduct 50,000, then we'll get 1 lakh. So 1 lakh will be transferred to balance sheet. And then in 2017, again 50,000 will debit in profit and loss account, and remaining 50,000 will be go to the balance sheet. Okay. And then in the next year, 2018, the 50,000 will be debited to the profit and loss account, and remaining will be nothing. Okay. So in this way, we have distributed for this 2 lakh for 4 years. Okay. So the meaning that there are certain expenditures which are revenue in nature, but the benefit of which is likely to be derived over a number of years. Such expenditures are termed as deferred revenue expenditures. Okay, the benefit of such expenditures generally lasts between 3 to 7 years. Okay, as such, the whole of the amount will not be debited to the profit and loss account of current year, but it will be spread over the years for which the benefit is likely to last. Thus, only a part of that expenditure is taken into profit and loss account, and remaining the unwritten off portion will be allowed to stand in the asset side of balance sheet. Okay. So by this example, I think that everything is clear now, right? Thank you. So what is that deferred revenue expenditure? Deferred revenue expenditures, it's a kind of revenue nature. There are certain expenditures which are revenue in nature, but the benefit of which is likely to be derived over a long period of time, over a number of years. Such expenditures are considered as deferred revenue expenditures. The example, if we talk about that, heavy repairs. Okay, advertisement expenses. Okay, and if we are shifting our business to some adequate place or some convenient place, if we are shifting our business, so that is also revenue in nature, but these are also called deferred revenue expenditures. So shifting business to convenient place. Okay, so these are the expenditures which are called deferred revenue expenditures. So now, after completing the topic deferred revenue expenditures, now we are going to start the new topic, that is capital receipts and revenue receipts. Okay, the capital receipts, capital and revenue receipts. Okay, so capital receipts and revenue receipts. Capital receipts refers to the receipts of non-recurring nature, and these these receipts, if we talk about, then these are such as additional capital introduced by the owner, loan raised by the firm, and money obtained from a sale of fixed assets. Okay, these receipts, they involve the creation of liability or reduction in the value of fixed assets. These capital receipts are shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. ओके, तो घूम फिर के हम लोग एक ही चीज पे आते हैं कि जो भी नॉन रिकरिंग नेचर के रिसिप्ट्स होंगे, लॉसेस होंगे, एक्सपेंडिचर्स होंगे, दे ऑल आर इन कैपिटल नेचर. दे ऑल आर ऑफ कैपिटल नेचर. ओके, अगर हम बात करें लॉन्ग टर्म, जैसे कोई भी रिसिप्ट है जो हमें किसी फिक्स्ड एसेट्स को सेल करके मिल रही है, तो दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. ओके, अगर हम बात करें कि कोई भी जो रिसिप्ट है वो हमें वे ऑफ लोन्स मिल रही है, तो दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. अगर कोई भी एसेट्स है जो हमें अपनी परमानेंट एसेट्स को सेल करने से मिल रही है, लॉन्ग टर्म जो एसेट्स है हमारी वो हमें सेल करने से मिल रही है, so that is our capital receipts. So capital receipts basically they refers to the receipts which is non-recurring nature, which is non-regular in nature. Because if we are selling building, we are not regularly, we are not selling in the building. Okay, so whatever the receipts, whatever the amount we'll obtain after selling the building, selling the land, selling the plant, so that will be capital receipt. Okay, so now if we talk about revenue receipts, on the other hand, the revenue receipts are the receipts obtained during the normal course of business. See, if we have sold the goods, so goods sold, it is regular in nature, it is recurring in nature. Sale proceed of goods, sale proceed हुई हमें पैसा मिला. That is receipts. That is what revenue receipts. Services, interest receipt, dividend receipt, rent receipt, these all are what? These are revenue receipts. Let me explain you. See, if we talk about shares, by issuing of shares, if we are having shares in the long term, right? So by issuing of shares, if we are receiving something, if we are obtaining something, so that is our capital receipt. Okay, that is our capital receipt. But on shares, if we are receiving dividend, dividend is profit on share. As I already told you, what is share? Let me repeat, let me revise that what is share? Share is a way of raising capital for a company. See, if a company is there and they want to raise their capital, they want to invest something in their capital, then what they do, they used to issue their shares of the company. Okay, तो शेयर्स ऑफ द कंपनी क्या होते हैं, जो भी शेयर्स खरीदता है वो उस कंपनी का क्या बन जाता है, उतने पार्ट का ओनर बन जाता है. ठीक है, और उसके बदले में वो कंपनी को क्या देता है, पैसा देता है. तो वो पैसा क्या होता है, वो एक बार ही लेते हैं ना, तो दैट इज फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम. ओके, तो वो हो गया हमारा कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. जो शेयर से जो पैसा हमें मिलेगा शेयर इशू करने से, वो क्या होगा, हमारा कैपिटल रिसिप्ट होगा. और शेयर होल्डर जो शेयर खरीदेगा उसको, भाई जाहिर सी बात है, अगर हम शेयर्स खरीद रहे हैं तो ऐसे तो नहीं खरीद रहे हैं, जबरदस्ती तो पैसा नहीं लगा रहे, जाहिर सी बात है हमें उससे कोई प्रॉफिट मिलेगा हम तभी लेंगे. तो शेयर से जो प्रॉफिट मिलता है वो रेगुलर नेचर का होता है, उसे बोलते हैं डिविडेंड. ठीक है, अब डिविडेंड जैसे बैंक से हम लोन लेते हैं तो हम बैंक को क्या देते हैं, इंटरेस्ट देते हैं, वो रेगुलर नेचर का होता है. बैंक हमें क्या करता है, जो लोन हम लेते हैं वो एक ही बार लेते हैं. ठीक है, जो लोन हम लेते हैं वो हम एक ही बार लेते हैं, लेकिन उस पर जो इंटरेस्ट मिलता है वो क्या होता है, वो रिकरिंग नेचर का होता है. ठीक है, तो अगर हमें शेयर इशू करने से जो पैसा मिल रहा है वो है कैपिटल रिसिप्ट, और उस पे जो डिविडेंड मिल रहा है वो है रेवेन्यू नेचर का. दैट इज रेगुलर इन नेचर, दैट इज अ रिकरिंग इन नेचर, सो दैट इज रेवेन्यू नेचर. ठीक है, अगर हम बात करें कि इंटरेस्ट की, डिबेंचर्स, डिबेंचर्स आल्सो अ वे ऑफ रेजिंग ऑफ कैपिटल. तो डिबेंचर्स आल्सो, डिबेंचर्स पे कैपिटल मिलता है और शेयर्स पे डिविडेंड मिलता है. ठीक है, तो डिबेंचर्स को इशू करने में जो पैसा मिला, इशू करने के बाद जो हमें पैसा मिला, दैट इज व्हाट, दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. ठीक है, दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. और अगर उस पे जो इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा दैट इज रेवेन्यू रिसिप्ट, क्योंकि वो हमें रेगुलर नेचर है, वो रेगुलर बेसिस पे मिलेगा. ठीक है, so this is the difference that what are capital receipt and what are revenue receipt. ठीक है, रेंट है, इंटरेस्ट है, डिविडेंड है, ये सब हमें रेगुलर बेसिस पे मिलते हैं. ठीक है, so these receipts neither create a liability, they nor involve any reduction in the value of fixed assets, so rather they increase the income of business, right? So revenue receipts are credited to the trading and profit and loss. जैसे amount received of sale of goods, हमने गुड्स को सेल किया, उससे हमें जो अमाउंट मिली वो तो रेगुलर इन नेचर है, क्योंकि हम रेगुलर बेसिस पे सेल करते हैं, सामान को बेचते हैं, गुड्स को बेचते हैं. ठीक है, टोटल सेल ड्यूरिंग द ईयर, टोटल सेल और ड्यूरिंग द ईयर उसको हम टर्नओवर भी कहते हैं. ठीक है, तो टर्नओवर, दिस इज आल्सो इंटरेस्ट एंड डिविडेंड रिसीव्ड ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट. जो भी इन्वेस्टमेंट, जैसे मैंने अभी ये बताया, ये सब इन्वेस्टमेंट होते हैं. ठीक है, उस पे जो हमें डिविडेंड मिलता है, ठीक है, वो रेगुलर नेचर का होता है. ठीक है, जो हमारे किराएदार होते हैं, टेनेंट्स होते हैं, वो जो हमें रेंट देते हैं वो भी रेगुलर बेसिस पे देते हैं, तो दैट इज आल्सो रेगुलर इन नेचर. फीस, अगर किसी से कोई काम करवा रहे हैं तो उसकी फीस या हम कोई काम कर रहे हैं तो उसकी फीस ले रहे हैं, या किसी चीज का कमीशन ले रहे हैं जो हम सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, तो दीज आर क्या है, ये दीज आर रेगुलर इन नेचर, so these all are revenue receipts. So capital receipts, the receipts refers to the receipts of non-recurring nature, such as additional capital received by the owner, loans raised by the firm of the company or firm, and money obtained from a sale of fixed assets, right? Or if we talk about revenue receipts, so revenue receipts are the receipts obtained during the normal course of business operations, and they are recurring in nature. Okay, so these are the points which are related to capital receipts and revenue. After completing the capital receipts and revenue receipts, now we are going to start with the capital and revenue loss. So again, we are coming to the same point that the losses which are not related with the normal course of business operations, and those which are not in recurring nature, that are capital losses. Like if we talk about loss of fixed assets like building, okay, building हो गया, plant हो गया, okay. So if by any accident fire occurs, loss by fire, loss, so by this thing, if any mishappening occur or so, and we face the loss, then this loss will be considered as capital loss. Okay. If we talk about sale, so if we are selling anything, if we are selling any fixed assets on loss, suppose we are when we are selling the building, we are selling the plant. So after selling the amount which is received, that is capital receipt. Okay. And if we are selling that amount on loss, so that is capital loss. Okay. So loss on sale of a fixed assets or loss of fixed assets like building, plant, by fire or accident, these all are capital losses. Theft committed by any employee or by the outsider after business hours. After business hours, this is capital loss. लॉस ऑन इश्यू ऑफ शेयर्स, अभी मैंने बताया था शेयर्स को इशू करने पे जो अमाउंट मिलती है, शेयर्स इशू करने पे जो अमाउंट मिलती है, दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. ओके, दैट इज कैपिटल रिसिप्ट. लेकिन अगर उसको इशू करने पे हमें कोई लॉस होता है, देन दैट इज कैपिटल लॉस. ओके, दैट इज कैपिटल लॉस. क्लियर? सो capital profit, whatever the loss which are not related to the normal course of business, are capital losses. Now if we talk about revenue loss, so the loss which are incurred in the normal course of business operations, that are revenue loss. Again we are coming to the same point. So loss of stock by fire, जो हमारा गोडाउन में कोई भी सामान अगर गुड्स रखा हुआ है, फायर हो जाता है या चोरी हो जाता है, दैट इज नॉर्मल कोर्स. ओके, सो दिस इज रेवेन्यू लॉस. ओके, गुड्स का और अगर हम ये बात बैड डेट्स, bad dates, I have already explained that what is bad dates. Suppose I have given you some money, you owe some money from my side, and when the due date came, you come to me and I'm not able to give you money. So what about my money? That money which is not recovered by you, okay, the amount which is not recovered by the debtors, that is called bad debts. So bad debt is also a normal course of business operation. So the amount of bad debts is a loss, that is revenue. So this is a revenue loss. Okay, revenue loss. So the losses which are incurred in the normal course of business, they are called revenue loss. So after completing capital loss and capital revenue loss, now we are going to move for the further topic, that is capital profit and revenue profit. So if we talk about capital profit, so profit earned on sale of fixed assets or its connection with the share capital are known as capital profit. See, I told you that if we are selling any fixed assets and we got profit, so that is called capital profit. And if we go face any loss, so the loss will be capital loss. Okay, suppose if we are purchasing a machine of 3 lakh Okay, if we are purchasing a machine of 3 lakh and we have sold that machine at 4 lakh. Okay, again, purchasing a machine of 3 lakh and we have sold that at 4 lakh. So this 4 lakh is what? This 4 lakh is capital receipt. Okay, because we have sold it in 4 lakh and whatever the difference amount is there, that is 1 lakh. This is what? This is capital profit. Okay, this is what? This is capital profit. So profit earned on sale of fixed assets or is in the connection of share capital, they are known as capital profit. Okay, if we talk about is that similarly when the shares are issued at a premium, the amount of premium is capital profit. Shares कभी कभी क्या होता है, suppose a share of a company is of 100 rupees. Okay, share कितने का? One share is of a company is of 100 rupees. Okay, and one share is of company is 100 rupees, and if it will be issued on 100, then it will be called that the share has been issued at par, means face value पे issue हो गया. If the share is being issued at 110, so that will be premium. Okay, and that will be that 10 rupees for capital profit. Okay, and if that shares of 100 rupees, if it has been issued at 90, that will be capital loss. Okay, because if we talk about shares, share face value is 100. So if it is sold at face value, then no problem, at par. If it is sold at 110, more than the face value, then it will become premium and this will become profit. The more value will become profit. So that will be capital profit. And if the share will be sold at less than face value, means at 90, then it will become capital loss. Okay, so the profit earned on sale of fixed assets or any connection with the share capital or are known as capital profit. Now, if we talk about revenue profit, so the profit which are earned in the normal course of business termed as revenue profit. Like if the stock costing is 1 lakh, that is sold on 1,25,000. Okay, so that 1,25,000, as I told you here only, if the stock is there, so if 1 lakh stock is there and it has been sold at 1,25,000. Okay, so this 1,25,000 stock has been sold in 1,25,000. So this 1,25,000 will be revenue receipt. This will be revenue receipt. And this, the balancing amount, that is 25,000. This 25,000 will be revenue profit. Okay. This will be revenue profit. So the profit which are earned in the normal course of business is termed as revenue profit, or the profit earned on sale of fixed assets or in the connection of share capital, they are known as capital profit. Hopefully these all concepts will be clear. Thank you.